morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today: MoFA summons Israeli ambassador following deplorable violations in occupied Jerusalem.
And UAE finance influencers will soon need a license.
85% of UAE workers feel mentally and physically well at work.
And Money Kings got married yesterday. Congratulations! Another wedding. Another wedding.
It's good news.
It's good news. Congratulations.
Good news. You feel like everyone's getting married at the moment?
I feel like everyone is getting married. Like, I cannot keep up with the amount of weddings. Even people from my university, people from my school, friends around me, neighbors, influencers, celebrities. 2025 is the year of marriage, I guess.
I guess so. I'm getting married in July. I'm just feeling massive love and excitement for that moment. Also, later on in the show, we've got Eman, Thani, who you can actually see behind us on the LED. This is what we're going to be talking about later on in the show.
So excited to have her on the show.
We're so excited.
She's so cool.
She's talking biking, breaking stereotypes, and bouncing back from injury. But we want to also talk about the rapid weather report. It's a bit humid today, mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 28 to 40 degrees. But let's jump into our top story of the day. Ministry of Foreign Affairs summons Israeli ambassador following deplorable violations in occupied Jerusalem. They have summoned the Israeli ambassador to the UAE to condemn in the strongest terms the deplorable and offensive violations against the Palestinian people that took place and in the Muslim quarter of the Old City.
The UAE underscored that these provocative, arbitrary practices represent dangerous incitements against Muslims, and we are a flagrant violation of the sanctity of the holy city. The UAE stresses that the continued attacks by Israeli extremists and their incitement to hatred and violence constitute a systematic extremist campaign that not only targets the Palestinian people but the entire international community. Further escalation tensions at a time when efforts should be focused on ending the ongoing tragedy in the Gaza Strip.
The UAE has called on the Israeli government to assume full responsibility, condemn these hostile attacks, hold the perpetrators accountable without exception to ministers and officials, and to take urgent steps to prevent the exploitation of Jerusalem for agendas of violence and extremism and incitement. The ministry emphasises the UAE's categorical rejection of all practices that violate resolutions on international legitimacy and threaten further escalation. The UAE underscored the need to respect the status quo of the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the importance of protecting all holy sites in Jerusalem, which symbolise coexistence and peace. This story came out yesterday on WAM, which is the government news agency. And we wanted to dig a little bit deeper to give everyone the context of what happened. Mas and I spoke before the show, and annual marches are not uncommon. But what happened was deplorable. Tens of thousands of Israelis dressed in white and blue joined what is being described as a racist march through Jerusalem's Muslim quarter. News reports say this was an Israeli state-funded march where large groups were chanting slogans such as "Gaza is ours," "Death to the Arabs," and "May their villages burn." This was summarised also by Reuters, who said youthful marchers seen harassing, assaulting some Palestinian residents. It just continued. A Palestinian woman and journalist were spat on by a group of young settlers, and nearby Israeli police did not intervene, and that was according to a Reuters witness.
I'm really glad to see that UAE and other countries are stepping up, because it's really time to take action. It's really time to put an end to all of this. At first, we thought it was just Gaza, but at the same time, if you think about it, it's also a continuous issue in the West Bank and in Jerusalem and in cities where Palestinians live. This is not something new. This is a very common thing. It happened multiple times. I have family that live in the West Bank. They came back to us. They told us that, oh, this happened to us. We've had things thrown at us. We've had water thrown at us. It's really bad. Even as simple as going to a mosque, it can be risky for you. In my city, in the West Bank, it's Hebron. There is Masjid al-Ibrahimi. It's the Mosque of Ibrahim. If you go there, you have to walk through a passage where some settlers live there, and you can see dirt all around you because it's if you just pass by a settler, you might get coffee thrown at you, or you might get some dirty water thrown at you. And if you look up, you'll see all sorts of things because they put something to try to prevent it, but they noticed that there are some holes. They started throwing water on people. So this is a very common thing that happened, and I'm really glad that we're seeing UAE stepping up. We're seeing that the UK is suspending talks. France is suspending talks. The war in Gaza did not end. It's still happening. It's really time to put an end to this.
Agreed.
Put an end to the suffering. It's only becoming worse. It's not getting better. And I think we're not getting as much media attention as we did before. We're not sure if we should call it censorship. We're not sure if we're calling it like shadow banning, but we're not getting media attention as we did before.
Sure.
But we're still seeing the support of people and the solidarity of people. So I cannot speak to my family because they're on the safer side in the West Bank, but I can speak for all the Gazans there. I think they appreciate the people's support, but we need more than just support and people talking about it. We need to put an end to the war.
And I think you're correct in terms of the media coverage of this, because without the UAE taking a stand on this story, it wouldn't have flown past our news desk. And we have a page called Lovin Palestine if you'd like to check out stories on the ground there. But we still, like, what happened was deplorable. And without the UAE taking a stand, we may not have seen it. So thank you to the UAE for taking action on this. Let's bring things a little bit closer to home and talking about a change in influencer regulation. So if you are a content creator and you're going to want to talk about finances online, you will soon need a license to protect investors and to boost transparency. The UAE Security and Commodities Authority, the SCA, has launched the region's first Finfluencer license. This license is designed to regulate and supervise digital financial content creators.
A finfluencer is defined as anyone in the UAE who shares financial advice or insights on regulated products or service through platforms such as social media, blogs, seminars, or reports. The initiative aims to set clear rules for finance influencers with the objective of protecting investors, increasing transparency, and building trust with the financial content space.
Finfluencers must register with the SCA and comply with all applicable regulatory obligations. To encourage adoption, they're actually going to waive all fees and legal registration fees for 3 years and renewal fees for 3 years. It basically means they're going to get everyone on board without a cost, and then in 3 years you'll be looking at a cost. My question to you as a general public is, if you're following someone, you know we all probably have the influencers that we trust.
Yeah.
And if they promote a product to you, whether it's like a financial service or a lipstick, and it says ad, do you care?
I am aware that it's an ad, but at the same time, not really. I don't really care.
I don't care either.
I don't care. No, I don't care. I don't think I do.
Because you follow the people that you like and that you put your trust in, and you generally think that they don't have vapid opinions, and you know that they generally probably talk about the fact that they only work with people they align with.
Exactly.
And then therefore you're thinking, okay. And the people that run through brands really quickly all the time, then I'm thinking I don't trust them. But then if it's not someone I trust, it's not someone I follow, so I probably unfollow them.
That's the thing, by the way, because I only follow those influencers that are not doing it just for the gains and the blogging and the pictures. Some followers...
Allegedly.
Some influencers, they're very raw and real about it. They made content online. They said, we rejected and we declined a lot of offers because it does not align with our values.
Yes.
For example, an influencer that speaks about body positivity, skin care. Why would you try to promote something that, for example, has to do with abiding by the standards of the beauty?
Pills
like
to lose weight or
to
something,
lose weight,
right.
Injections to lose weight. This is why I would trust them. Usually, honestly, I would listen to makeup brand ads because you can see them applying it in front of you. But at the same time, you can see them applying it in front of you, and you can see the product, and you can see how it is, and you can search it online.
Well, there's always tricks and mirrors, and I think regardless of what's shown, you can edit and make it perfect. You could use a different product, for example, but you have to trust the person. And if you trust the person, it doesn't matter if it's got an ad slapped on it or anything else, because you're trusting in the person. You buy that product, and then you buy the product and it's good, and then you would continue to trust that person in their recommendations.
You know who I trust usually? People that have minimum followings. So if they have a big following, they're doing an ad. I'm like, okay, it's okay. It's just an ad. It's anyone less than 100K. Yeah.
Yeah, you're the solid ones.
Yeah, I feel like those people are genuine because they're still trying to build their platform and they want people's trust. This is why I still trust them and believe them. But if they have millions of followers and they're doing an ad, I don't usually trust those people now.
Someone's got a question here. This influencer stuff is confusing. I'm a Web3 founder. Can I talk about my products and associated assets? It should be for people who solely make a living. That's a really strong question. For example, if I have a... I think it's if you're accepting money to talk about something, that's an advertisement. But that would just be my guess and definitely look more into that. Because if it's your own thing, it's not an ad.
No, it's not an ad.
But that would just
This is your brand. It's your platform.
Maybe it's based on advertisements. TBC. That's coming in June, and if we have more information, we'll share it. Let's move on to our next story.
So 85% of UAE workers feel mentally and physically well at work. A new survey by Mercer March Benefits reveals that 85% of UAE employees feel physically and mentally well at work, with 64% saying that their employer promotes a healthy work-life balance and 58% feeling that the company genuinely cares about their well-being. The 2025 Health on Demand reports highlights that 68% of UAE employees are thriving in their current roles and 79% are confident in affording healthcare for themselves and their families.
Does that make sense if we get healthcare in our companies? Despite this optimism, nearly half, 48%, report feeling stressed most days at work. 58% are actively seeking new jobs, a figure higher than the global average. So it's a bit of a seesaw here. While many employees value mental health support, only 30% have insurance that lowers mental health treatment costs, and just 29% have access to relevant training. Flexible schedules are in demand, with 50% saying they would that would help with their life, though only 33% currently have them. Additionally, 62% want more personalised benefits, and a strong majority express interest in proactive, preventive care options and incentives.
The findings underscore a critical opportunity for UAE employers to align benefits with the evolving needs of the diverse workforce.
What?
Are you part of the 85%?
Yeah, and I think 15% is a big number.
It's a big number.
Because when you say, I loved the beginning, because I was thinking 80%, 86% are happy in their workplace, and I was like, amazing. But then you're thinking 15% are not. But I guess it's like, how many people are happy in their lives? And I think it's not I think generally if you really hate your work, you're probably not super happy in your normal life. And I think it's very, like, if you came to me and said 100% of people are happy, I wouldn't believe you, because obviously not. We all have up and down days, and there's some people that are really unhappy, and some people, and I think this, I guess, is a fair reflection.
Yeah, I think it is a fair reflection. I think what makes people unhappy about their workforce is not the type of company they work at. I think it's the transportation.
Okay.
I'll be very honest. I think it's the transportation. That's making people unhappy.
You know what's so interesting? No, I think transport doesn't make me unhappy.
Yeah, but because you live close to the company, you're privileged.
But we all have our things. So transportation is your problem.
Transportation is my problem.
What's your problem at work? Like, what's the one thing that if your boss or your manager or someone could fix, your day would be 10 times better? How could someone fix transportation?
Okay, I would say because I don't know why specifically on Fridays there's always much more traffic than other days. So if we had Fridays work from home
on Fridays. Yeah, okay. I would vote for that.
Yeah,
too.
work from home on Fridays. What about you?
I would like a flexibility for a possibility for a work from home day every now and then.
I know what you mean.
Because you know when like...
Sometimes you might need to stay at home, yeah.
Yeah, but you know when like odd jobs pile up? And like there's like things and like your house is just becoming like a bit of a disarray.
I know what you mean.
And you don't want to spend your Sunday doing it. So I could spend my work day. And
being
that would
paid
be fine.
doing chores.
Exactly.
Why not?
Why are companies not allowing me to do my chores at home? I think flexibility.
Yeah. And I think a good home cooked meal.
A good home. Yeah, and then also, yeah, exactly. And to be able to, oh, that's my thing. But maybe I'll stop doing it. Because we work in like a public job for like 20 minutes of the day, I always put on makeup. So maybe I'll get you guys to just support my no makeup, and then I could just roll into work.
Honestly, you're so right. In general, maybe like we need to promote being okay with bare faces.
That could just be us. We can.
Please.
No one else cares, though. Really, no one else
cares.
cares what we
But
look
I
like.
feel
They
like-
care about the words.
They care about the words, but I feel like people, they just want to comment, so they'll comment on your bare face, like, "Oh, why'd you look sick today?"
Oh yeah, I get that all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Right.
But coming from an employer's perspective, like on the other side of the hat, like I totally understand why 9 to 5 for them makes sense, because the more work you do, the better for the company. So
True, I agree.
And so it's
We're happy, we're content, we're satisfied. Bless you. Thank you.
Okay, let's jump into our next story. Oh my gosh, so many videos coming from yesterday. Money Kicks got married. A massive congratulations to Rashid Saif Belhassa, the Dubai-based YouTuber, influencer, entrepreneur. You've watched him grow up since he was 13, 14, 15 years old. He was an OG on YouTube. He put like the city on the map with his, his kick videos back from then. He's now 23 years old, and he had the who's who of YouTube, but also his best mates celebrating with him at a traditional Emirati wedding yesterday.
Look at Noel. He's enjoying himself.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I've been there, done that,
No, exactly. So he's performing a traditional Al-Ayala.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Let me read it.
Al-Ayala?
Al-Ayala, yeah.
Al-Ayala? Or also spelled
Al-Ayala.
Al-Ayala?
Al-Ayala, yeah.
Which is the traditional Emirati
dance.
male dance
Yes.
that embodies the UAE's Bedouin heritage, and it's often performed at weddings. Oh, Fat Joe was doing it too!
Look at everyone just joining in and celebrating. Oh, I love weddings. I love weddings.
And I love how people not from the culture are invited, and not just invited to come to the wedding, but look at that!
Look at that, yeah.
Like taking part, learning about the culture.
Being part of the whole celebration.
Exactly.
Joining the culture, joining the cultural dance. I really wanted to be in that wedding. But
I think it's an all-male celebration.
Yeah, it's an all males. I can't join it.
Exactly.
I'll just have like a, no.
But look at Money Kicks.
No, Noel is like really enjoying himself.
Anthony Joshua was there.
Wow.
Ashton Hall was there as well. So he has become super famous in the last year. Bedroom morning routine video.
Crazy. I wanted to know his thoughts about the weddings here, Ashton Hall.
I would love to get him on the show if you're watching, Ashton.
Please come on the show. Please come on the show.
But yeah, what a cool thing, and massive congratulations. To Rashid Belhassa. So, if someone of Rashid's good fortune but also life experiences is getting married, like what do you get the person who has some, like what do you get the person who has
Would you get a
everything?
person that has everything? Oh my God. This is a question. Oh my
What would you
God.
get me?
You? Okay, you? What would I get you for as a gift? I think you're like a scent candle person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Scent
Like I would
candle.
get you like a proper diffuser, not those, those like proper diffusers.
You're gonna get me a fancy diffuser.
Yeah, fancy diffuser. I think like for people who get married, you need to gift them something that has to do with the house.
Has to do with the house, but something that they'll have in 20 years.
And something that has
So that diffuser is.
Will it would stay? Okay, toast. Toast.
You know what I would get you? You know what I like
A
is
toaster.
subscriptions. Just okay, thanks. I'll get a toaster. I've got one. I actually don't. If I'd like a nice toaster. I'll put that down on my list. No need to get me a toaster. Anyone Massa's getting me. You know what I'd get you?
What?
I like the idea of like a subscription. So some people might think I'll get Massa a beauty subscription. I would get you a subscription to like a Zophar or a Kareem, and they do drivers every single Friday for you and your husband. The Zophar is going to come and drive you to
So
work.
we're gonna have to cook.
No. What? What?
Are you getting me the Kareem Plus?
No, I'm getting you a driver
Oh!
every Friday
Okay.
for a year.
Okay, so date night.
No, not date night. It's actually for you. It's a gift for you. Every Friday for a year, the driver's going to come to your house,
So I don't have to
pick you up,
drive.
and drive you to work and back.
So I don't have to drive.
Yeah, you just need to get married, and then that's,
Thank you, Casey.
that's done.
That's the best gift. Do I have to
You're so
get
welcome.
married?
Thanks for the diffuser. I'm really appreciative.
Oh
You could
my
have just
God.
given me money. A meal to Ruby's the easiest way to give money in an envelope so that they can buy it for themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. For us, by the traditionally, we give money to the newlyweds
I think money
because
is
they need
solid.
help with money.
Yeah, it's an expensive time.
It's an expensive time.
Big congratulations and what fun. It's 8:52 on a Thursday morning and we're super excited to welcome our next guest. Eman Thani is a motorcycle driver breaking barriers. We're going to talk about bouncing back from injury and so much more. She'll be with us after this short break. Hey guys, very welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Eman Thani. She's been passionate about bikes since childhood and has ridden across the UAE, Europe and Algeria, keeping her identity private, always showing up in a mask. She's built a name for herself as one of the region's top motorcycle influencers with 15 awards to her name. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. All is good. How are you?
Good.
So,
good.
what sparked your interest in motorcycle? Is it something that you grew up around?
Yeah, I actually, since I was 3 years old, I was obsessed about motorcycles. As a kid, I used to always play with motorcycles figures, cars figures, and animal figures. And this is who I am today. This is the most loved.
Wow.
Oh.
So, where did you grow up?
Here in the UAE.
And did you have siblings? Did your mom or dad, were they on a bike? How did you find the motorcycle at age 3?
Actually, I'm the only girl. I have 2 brothers, but they are way smaller than me. It just, I don't know, I have even memory of myself being a kid in love with motorcycles and cars. And whenever I growed up a little bit as a teenager and so, whenever I got a chance, I used to ride until once I was like, I have to get the license. I was just driving my bicycle and then a motorcycle passed and I was like, wow. And I hit the grocery bicycle delivery bike and we crashed both of us and I was like, I have to get the license. That's a sign. Done.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you remember your first ever bike?
Yes. It's a Suzuki GSXR 2009.
And how did that moment feel when you bought your first bike?
I can't even describe it. Actually, I'm getting goosebumps right now. Bike is like a therapy. Once you're riding a bike, the best part is that you're focusing on the whole way, focusing on this car, that car, behind, front, so you don't have time to think about anything else. So it's a therapy for you.
I'm going to ask a really traditional question,
Yeah.
and it's only because I'm a little bit nervous. Were
Sure.
your parents or your brothers, or was anyone nervous about you kind of taking up motorcycling
Yes,
as a hobby?
Yes, of course,
profession.
especially I'm the only girl and the first girl. So my mom and my dad, they were so scared, but they are used on me. I mean, I've done skydiving unlimited times. I dive with sharks.
Oh.
So I do more dangerous things.
Yeah.
And they are used on me. I'm always like that. Whenever I like something, I just go for it.
So adrenaline lover through and
Yes,
through.
yes. And
Interesting.
my dad and my mom, they're the same. So
Okay.
So it runs in the family.
yeah,
basically,
exactly. Yeah.
It's in the blood.
So with that being said, what's the most dangerous stunt you've ever did?
With motorcycles,
Yeah.
motorcycles, I've tried wheelies, of course, in safe area, not in the road. I'm against doing wheelies on the streets, on the roads. It's dangerous for the biker and for the cars. There is safe areas. You can drift, you can do wheelies, you can do everything.
So what is Willie's for people? Who don't know?
It's like,
Oh.
so standing on one tire.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I tried it once and I had a small accident. I crashed a little bit.
Oh.
And then
So-
I was like, okay, let's think of something else for now. Yeah.
Was this the 2024 accident?
No. That was something simple, just skin rash and so.
And what happened then?
In the wheelie one or the 2024 one?
Well, honestly, I've seen you walking with a
Yes, the stick,
a
yeah,
stick.
yeah.
And I'm wondering, is this recovery from an accident?
Yes. In 2024, 16 November, I had a deadly accident. Till this day, I'm trying to gather the memory, what exactly happened. All what I remember, I was on a roundabout, speed 30, and then I saw behind me, I saw like there was sparks, fires, something in the bike, and then I looked front. That was the mistake. I looked behind. Once I looked front, I just saw like the wall. I tried to overtake that, and then I overtaked it, but there was the other wall. There, I don't know what happened exactly. All what I remember, I was flying.
Oh no.
I'm trying time to time. I get flashbacks, I get memory, but till this day, I'm trying to remember. But
Wow.
Cinema.
And what was the recovery
Yes.
like?
I got 9 fractures in my arm, and I got a full fracture in my thigh. My thigh, I'm still recovering. I just still need another surgery to go. My arm, they did for me a whole iron with 16 screw, and I have iron from my pelvic till my knee.
So it's
This is fully iron. I'm an
and how
iron
do-
woman.
Wow,
Yeah.
brave woman, strong woman.
I have to. Sometimes you don't have a choice except being brave and strong.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah, assalamu alaikum.
Allah يسلمك. Shukran.
What was the mental health recovery like from that type of accident?
Very difficult, especially in the first months. I was not able to rely on myself. Always somebody has to help me. My husband, my parents, my brothers, my friends, they are angels in my life. They are the jewelry of my life. They've been there for me from day one. This is the true gift, and this is why I mentally recovered.
Did you get back on the bike after that?
Yes, I am having my physiotherapy on bikes.
Oh.
So at home, I sit on the bike because I don't have really full, I'm still recovering here. Like I cannot put it higher than this.
Okay.
So I sit on the bike and I'm like, okay, make it straight, make it down, make it straight, make it down. And I try to train on the bike with the knee and all, the nerves and all, with the clutch and throttle. So my physiotherapy is on bikes right now.
Do you have that fear to get back on the road and drive a motorcycle?
Yes, they say once you fall, you have to ride directly. Otherwise, you will have that phobia. Sometimes I'm sitting in the car and I'm like, okay, we're gonna have an accident. I'm gonna have an accident. It always comes back. That's why I'm a little bit worried. I just want to ride as soon as possible again, so I don't really develop that phobia. But I will pass it. I will
You'll
ride.
pass it. You're a strong woman.
Yes.
Well, congratulations to you just for
Thank you.
being so strong, getting through that
Thank you.
accident, and just being here and being so positive about getting back on the bike.
Thank you.
You've always kept your identity private, choosing to wear the motorcycle helmet at events and stuff. What kind of inspired that decision?
I just wanted people to know me as my passion. When somebody thinks about Eman, I want them to always imagine the motorcycles, what Eman loves, the adventure, to prove that you can be anything you want through your passion. And also to keep my private life apart from my motorcycle life and the social media and so.
Interesting.
And when you think of the motorcycle industry and the field of motorcycle, you generally think it's a male-dominated field, but you're a woman, and you're really good at it, and you post your content online. You post your journey as a motorcyclist online. Have you ever received backlash or negative comments?
Most of time, alhamdulillah, it's all positive. But sometimes I get that comment, go to the kitchen. It's funny. I find it so funny. I don't find it as an insult because we have an amazing men chefs all over the world. And kitchen in the end is an art.
True.
So I don't know why some people find this as an insult. It's something beautiful.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you have a message to people who want to girls who want to take up motorcycling and they're nervous about it for some reason? Like, what advice would you give them?
First of all, I would say think of it, because it's a word, once you enter it, you cannot leave it. It's a true love, passion. So if a girl just gets excited because it looks beautiful, I don't advise. It's really dangerous place. But if it's really the thing that when you're sleeping and a bike pass and you wake up all over love in the air and so, and you feel that your heart beat for a motorcycle, go for your dreams. We are women, we're powerful, nothing can stop us.
100%. And what's something in the biker community in the Gulf specifically that people would never expect?
So usually all over the world, bikers are known like in a bad image through the movies. They show always the gangsters, the criminals, bikers. But that's wrong image. Actually, bikers are a great community. They always help in charity organizations, be there for whoever they need. They have a great image. So bikers are a strong community with a beautiful, pure heart.
How
And a
interesting.
passion too.
Yes, yes.
So true. And if people watching today, if they're interested, kind of maybe describe the biking community here. Kind of for what type of events happen. If I wanted to train, where would I go? How describe, because we're new to the biking community, and you're introducing us, which we really appreciate.
In the bike community, you can go any bike showroom. Trust me, whatever you ask, they will be 100% helpful. For example, a salesman in a random bike showroom will tell you, "You're welcome. I'll add you to this group. I'll tell you about this outing. There is this event." They are so helpful. Also, you have the Dubai Autodrome for professional truck riding. You have the Abu Dhabi Yas Autodrome. There is so many places, and UAE makes it easy for everyone, bikers or any hobby you have. We have even astronaut women.
Yeah.
So it's the perfect environment for women to be whatever she wants to be.
Interesting.
And do you think if someone just freshly joined this community, will they face any challenges? And what type of challenges would they face?
I always say, get the bike license first. Don't drive illegally. Then start with a bike. And the challenges we'll get as a female, it can be the heaviness of the bike, the height of the bike, the heat. The engine heat can be really brutal. In my first days riding the bike, I used to get burns all over my thighs and my leg. And then I learned to wear safety under my pants and football socks. And I never got burns anymore.
Burns on the bike?
Yes, like proper burn blisters.
Wow. People are watching, by the way, and just saying, what a strong woman, Iron Lady, you are.
Thank you.
Tell us, before you leave us, what is on the vision board? What do you kind of manifest? What are your hopes for your career?
For my career, I believe that I work in silence and I let the result be the surprise. But one of the things I have to share, I really aim to have an organizations for awareness for the bikers, and for the car drivers. For example, new bikers, they really get into the street with not knowing how really it works with the bike, how controlling, because in the driving license, we train on a very small engine bike. So later when you get a strong sport bike, it's really difficult on the street. So I aim to have such an organization to help and to send awareness for the cars to respect the bikes through the safety distance and so.
How amazing, Eman. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, and I think opening our eyes to a new community, and also for sharing your story. A very strong woman, and we're very excited to have that conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Masa.
Thank you, Casey.
And that is the end of the Lovin Dubai show today. We're going to be back here with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.